Hey everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. Time to go in here, folks. And, of course, more hint coins. And the rodent with the Jersey accent isn't helping us, huh? Well, let's see. There. Let's see. Yeah, there's two. I believe there's one up here. Yep. And of course, puzzle. Look, there's something on the wall here. That is most certainly a puzzle. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Number 78, a maze of doors, worth 25 points. All the doors in the maze below can only open in one direction. Each door can be opened by pushing from the direction shown below. But when approached from the opposite direction, no amount of pushing or pulling will open it. If you tried to go through the whole maze from start and pass through every room, you'd never make it to the exit. However, this one feat could be possible if one of the doors could open in the opposite direction. Can you find and circle it? Well, let's see here. Well, if you walked in here... because you can only go one way. No, you can go that way. Well, hang on. By pushing from the direction shown below. Okay. I'm not for... Oh, dang it. Hang on. I guess pause a second. Just 1 second, folks. Sorry about that, folks. Well, as I was about to exposit before I had to deal with a freaking annoying phone call, we go in this room, and we can't go out through this door. We have to leave because, well, you can only come down. So we have to go in here. But take a notice that or that, they all open the wrong ways. You can only get through by pushing and not pulling. So one of the door we have to choose has to be one of these three. Now let's see. Either has to be here, here, or here. And now my eye hurts. Wonderful timing, that. So, let's say that this one switched on us. Let's say that we switched this one first. So we could actually go out. Then we couldn't go that way, but we could go this way. Then this way. Then we'd be free to take any of those. Go that way, then that way. Then that way. And then we get trapped in there again. Okay. So that's not going to work, because if we have to go in every room, we have to go in this room. Unfortunately, once we go in this room, there's no way out. So that one can't. That one's going to stay exactly like it. You know, that one's going to stay exactly where it is. We never actually have to go through that door because we start out in this room. But yeah, we want to go through every room here. Oh, let's see. Which one? Eeny, meeny, miny. We'll say this one can swing, you know, both ways here. And we can go out. Then we kind of have to go this way. And this way. And there. And then we can go through there. And then there. And then there. And then back in here. And we can go back out. And we can just follow the same path except we get to go out. So if we change that door into a two-way door, everything works out fine.
Let's see if this works. That was almost too easy.
I finally solved it. Still, it's odd, Professor. Why would someone go to the trouble of placing a puzzle down here? Perhaps the miners made puzzles to pass the time between shifts as they worked in the mine. Oh, and a new diary key. So let's take a look at our next diary bit, shall we? My father fell ill from the sickness and has passed on. I also heard that many of the people who left Volsens have formed a small village a safe distance from town. I imagine she lives there now too. I've decided to send her a letter. As Duke, I can't leave town, but I've entrusted my message with the man who is passing through town. Now all I can do is wait for her reply. You okay? No, not much choice here. We can walk to the left and and get pointed out there. Very good. Thank you, Tharis. Let's see. Yep, that one. I believe up here. Yep, there we go. And of course, a puzzle. We'll need to get this lift running again if we want to head farther into the mine, but how to do it? Aha, I see some severed wires over here. I bet they're the reason the lift isn't moving. Let's see. Yes. Go ahead and reconnect them, Luke. That should fix our problem. And by reconnect them, solve a puzzle. Number 80. The elevator switch, worth 40 points. And it's one of these. Joy of joys. The circuit board for the elevator contains a puzzle. According to the instructions, you need to make the blue and red ball switch places in order to restore power to the elevator. Are you up to the task? I don't want to be. Do we really need to? I guess we do, don't we? I do not like these puzzles at all. Well, let's see. We need to move that up one. Move you in place there. Move that over there. And then, yeah, we need to kind of swerve here. Right? Right. We can move that over there, get out that way from where we need to go next. And then, yeah, we can get you there. Get you in place there. Move that back down a little bit there. And then, that here. And then I should just be able to do this.
Let's see if this works. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
I hate those puzzles just because they're annoying. Oh, the lift is making some noise. I think it's fixed. Excellent. I suppose our next move should be to head down then. Does this seem safe to anybody else? So now we're in another room. Is Tharis gonna help? No, not this time. Okay. Let's see, one there, one there. And here? No, that was the way up. Not the way I wanted to go. Okay, let's see here. I got that one, didn't I? There we go. Somewhere around there. And of course, puzzle. What do you think, Luke? Could this safe hold some of the journals that Grinko mentioned? Well, we won't know until we open it, but how do we open it? The lock is rather complicated. Let me see if I can decipher the code. Number 81, the old safe, worth 50 points. Find the 4-number code that opens a safe. You can use the numbers 0 through 5 in your answer, but each number can only be used once. The small lights next to each row of numbers are the key to finding the code, as they tell you how much in common that row has with the final code. Each white light indicates a number that matches one in the code but is in the wrong place, a different place in the sequence. An orange light indicates a number that is in the code and its correct spot. Tap the numbers at the bottom to enter the code. Yeah, let's see here. Obviously, the numbers we need are 4, 1, 5, and 0. So now we just need to figure out which of those two are not, which of those two are wrong. Let's see. And the next one has a 4, 1, 5, and there's a 0, 4, and 5. But only 2 of the numbers are correct there, just like the top one. Okay. Well, let's see, the 5s are in the same spot. So let's go ahead and say that yes, the 5 is in that spot, just for argument's sake there. So once we figure out which one of these is correct, 0, we need a 4, 5, 1, and 0, 1 and 0. Well, we know 2 and 3 aren't part of it, so 0 and 1 are both part of it, and they're in the correct spot. That was easy enough. All I had to do is look at this very bottom one here. So yeah, we know that these are the right 4 numbers, just in the wrong order. We know that these 2 have nothing to do with it, and these 2 have everything to do with it, since we've only got 2 numbers that are both in the right spot. 0, 1, 5, 4. If we just switch the 0 and the 4, we're in perfect shape.
And now to test my theory. And there we have it.
Ever play Code Breaker? There we go. That did the trick. Have a look at this, Professor. Ah, this looks like a worker's journal. This is just the thing we've been looking for, Luke. Perhaps it can shed some light on what transpired here. Let's see what it says. We dug up some funny mineral that I've never seen before here in the Duke's gold deposit. He's sure that ore can be refined into some other kind of precious metal. Personally, I feel like there's something sinister about the stuff. Not that the Duke cares one bit. No, he'll have his way and we'll keep digging. I'd bet my life on it. Some other kind of precious metal? But I thought this was a gold mine. Ever since we unearthed that awful ore, folks have been dropping like flies from some unknown illness. So many people in town are sick that half our workforce here has stopped coming in. What in the world is going on here? Gosh, that's just terrible. So many people must have been sick. Folson's run as a gleaming beacon of prosperity is at an end. This town is cursed and ruined. I suspect we're just days away from shutting down this awful mine for good. I leave this diary behind so that anyone who tries to reopen this mine thinks twice. How odd. The date on this last entry is from just about 50 years ago. But that can't be right. The mine was up and running until recently. Yes, or so we've been told. But this has me thinking. Both this diary and Grinko suggest a connection between the Elysian box and the events in the mine. From what I can tell, all of this traces back to a single man, the Duke himself. Even if he himself is long gone, his castle may yet contain the answers to all of our questions. So, does that mean we have to go visit that spooky castle for ourselves? Do you mean to tell me you're scared of the place? Of course not. 1,000,000 vampires wouldn't scare me. If there truly is a vampire living in that castle, I'd very much like to make his acquaintance. Don't say things like that, Professor. If we met one, I'm sure he'd eat us on the spot. So now we will plan to go to Herzen Castle. as we probably should have been trying to do from the very beginning. But at this point, it's a pretty decent stopping point, so I'm going to cut the video. When we return, we start making our way to Herzen Castle. So until then, see you later, folks. Take care, folks.